Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Like, okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Raw recap, brought to you by the Smacked Raw podcast. I'm your host, Katie, baby.
Hey, babe!
There we go. You didn't say it last time, so you had to redeem yourself.
Oh yes, and that got me hyped. So let's do this morning thing.
Let's do this. So obviously, none of us are Kyle Tyson. I'm joined, of course, by Baby J, Loyalty J himself. How you doing?
Doing freaking fantastic Tuesday morning. Hell yeah!
Tuesday morning recaps, man. That's where it is. This is what we do.
Tuesday night Raw now.
Tuesday morning Raw now.
Tuesday morning Raw at the Hammer Lounge.
Yeah,
on them Tuesdays.
the Hammer Lounge is tonight. Yeah, you know, I'll plug that for Kyle. Twitch.tv/The Kai Show. You can catch him and his brother talking about MMA if you want to. You can find the show, like that we do, on twitch.tv/putting you over for the Raw, SmackDown, and AEW recaps, and the NXT recaps are live Thursdays on twitch.tv/SmackDraw podcast. This week, however, everything's changing.
That's why we're here.
So, since Dynamite isn't even being aired until like 10, we decided at the SmackDraw podcast fam that we're going to do NXT live Wednesday night, and that'll be on this Twitch, so twitch.tv/putting you over. Wednesday night will be the NXT recap. I'll make sure that it gets tweeted out too, which follow us on Twitter at SmackDrawPod.
Oh yes.
If you miss a live stream, we have the video from the podcast up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackDrawPodcast. Please go subscribe while you're over there. We're 4 people away from hitting 200. 4.
Not even 5 anymore. It's 4.
It's 4.
It's not even 5, it's 4.
It's 4. Literally. Chalk it up. 4 horsemen. I think it'd be cool if we hit 200 by the end of the year. So if you haven't already, please go subscribe. By Christmas would be awesome. By the end of the year would be ideal. So just go do that while you're over there watching this anyway. Go ahead and subscribe.
You like our content? Do it.
There we go. Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. And we have the audio form of the podcast up on basically every podcast platform you can think of. If you don't want to watch us, you can listen to us. We also are the exclusive recap for Wrestling News World. We are back on the website. Shout out to D-Rod.
Oh yeah, D-Rod.
So head on over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com, bookmark the page, make it home for all the wrestling news, wants, and needs. And finally, help support, us at the show by heading over to our Patreon, patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast. You can get stickers, shout-outs, unpopular wrestling opinions. If you do the $25 tier, you can get a t-shirt, and you can get
at some point
a month of advertising. Kyle's doing his best.
Yeah, he's doing his best. He sent out that South Park. Yeah, he's doing the best he can.
I'm doing the best I can.
Shout out to Kyle.
Literally me every day. I'm doing the best I can.
When they hit me with more assignments on the freaking Canvas thing, I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, that's how we all are. We're all just doing the best we can here.
Just here for fun, for life.
But let's talk about Raw. What'd you think overall?
It was a good show. It was something that they built off after TLC. Everybody knew that after you burn a man alive for the main event, it has to be much watched TV.
Mhm.
I was really hoping though we were gonna see like TV14 pop up in the corner when they first started. That would
Nah,
be freaking badass.
not yet. I mean, USA does want like what, more adult content or something.
They got it.
I mean, they
Sunday.
got it on the network because Randy Orton burned the Fiend alive.
Still wants to watch the Mandalorian.
But yeah, Randy still wants to, watch Mandalorian. It's fine.
He's still normal. He's still a normal man. He just committed murder.
He just committed arson and murder. But it's okay. It's fine. We will talk
We live and
about
learn.
we'll talk about Randy when we get to him. But the night started out with Charlotte, who is one half of the new women's tag champs.
Hell yeah.
She comes out basically saying, well, nothing's changed. She's still a champion. Like, she's been a champion in her core. Asuka then comes out, and Asuka's so happy to be a double champ. And, like, she loves that Charlotte is her partner, and how Nia and Shayna were not ready for Asuka. And they sure as hell weren't ready for Charlotte, which prompts the former tag champs to come out. And
Yeah, they came out.
no, go ahead.
No, like they just came out and pretty much just wanted, you know how all the champions do when they lose their title, they come out and they start bitching for a rematch.
Yeah, basically saying you guys shouldn't get too comfortable. We're handing out a season's beatings.
Season's beating.
I can't.
That needs to be on a sweater.
It probably is somewhere. I would wear it.
Me too.
And then, of course, that prompts Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke to come out because later in the night they were supposed to have a match. Dana and Mandy are kind of saying like Shayna looks like Rudolph with a nose job. Something about Nia looking like a reindeer without the antlers or something. And then Charlotte and Asuka are just kind of standing there just like, oh, well, we should just stay and watch this. Because we find out that the match is happening next.
It was funny. Charlotte was like, "Let's get a referee. Can we get a referee? Let's get a referee."
Yeah.
And they told Oscar, "Let's go sit over here. Let's just go chill."
Yeah, so we end up getting Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke taking on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with the new women's tag champs sitting on commentary. Listen, Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose have been killing it recently.
Yeah, they're a tag team I can get behind. They're actually a tag team.
The sexy muscle friends, as Asuka calls them.
Sexy muscle friends. Hey,
Which
it works out for them.
Asuka's just a gem.
She is.
She's just
Freaking
always so
amazing.
happy.
How can you not be happy when you get a world title? When you get a title handed to you?
Well, yeah, and then, but then she actually like won the tag
Oh yeah, from Sasha.
title though.
Yeah.
So
She
well,
won the
and
tag
that.
title.
So
Yeah.
she's
She
good.
earns it.
She earned it. She's a double champ, even though I'm not even happy that she's a double champ. But I talked about that enough in the TLC recap. I think I don't really remember the recap, but that's neither here nor there.
But y'all gotta watch that. That's you gotta watch that.
Please don't go watch it. If you want to see me not in my best state of mind, you can go watch it. Kyle said I didn't make an ass out of myself, so that's all that really matters. But back to this match. Like Dana and Mandy have a great showing. Shayna starts focusing on Mandy's knee, which is also the target for Nia. At one point, she finally gets to tag and Dana, who kind of gets like the hot tag. And there's a lot of like roll up attempts by Dana. At one point, it looks like she was gonna win. Nia pulls her off. Mandy Rose hits a beautiful knee strike off the apron onto Nia.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
And again, during all of these roll-up attempts, pinning attempts, by Dana, Shayna ends up switching it into the Kirifuda clutch for the win. And there's a nice stare down between Nia, Shayna, and the champs. But not for long because Dana and Mandy kind of just like literally kick them and pull them out of the ring. And then we get Mandy and Dana kind of just standing on top, so.
Hey, you don't always got to win to look strong.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just got to punch them in the mouth. And look good doing it.
And they do look good doing it, so that's all that matters.
Hell yeah.
Following that, we got the short segment backstage with the Hurt Business. Basically, a stagehand's just minding his own business, wearing a New Day shirt. The Hurt Business gets mad. They rip it off of this poor man, and then they put a Hurt Business shirt on him, and he just looks so uncomfortable. Like,
He looks so disgusted.
Hurt Business are just bullies.
But,
There's
like,
backstage bullies.
They're bullies, but they're so. It's like if you're not them, they don't care about you. Pretty much, they're like if you could be the janitor mopping their floor, and they'll still kick you in the face.
Exactly, it's exactly what it is. But that segment leads right into the VIP lounge, with the guest being the entire Hurt Business. This is the champion celebration, so they're celebrating the new tag champs in Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They're basically saying that they showed why they are better than any tag team in WWE. We get Prime Alexander, or Scrappy Doo, in all of his glory. You know he's like Scrappy Doo.
That's freaking hilarious, dude.
He's basically Scrappy Doo, but it's fun. It works for him.
Yeah, he gets wins. That's all that matters.
He does. And Bobby Lashley says that they're the most dominant force in WWE, and how there's not a man alive who can beat him for his United States title. MVP goes on to say, well, he hired a photographer to come take pictures of them, even though MVP is the only one without gold, but that's besides the point. So they're posing in front of the couch, and the camera pans up, and R-Truth, the precious gem he is standing on the turnbuckle, cheesing hard with his 24/7 title, which they said on commentary, it technically was a champion's photo. And that prompts the 24/7 competitors to come out, chase R-Truth around all the trees on stage. Then
yeah, they went around every tree.
Yeah, they really
sure to get every tree.
They had to get every tree. That was just, they had to. And then that prompted the Hardy Bros, so Jeff Hardy and Riddle, to come out. I legit felt like I was stoned listening to Riddle's promo.
You can have that. It has an effect on people, man. He has that effect on people.
Like, I tried to write down what he said. He basically told Hurt Business they don't need to spend so much money at the club. They can just hang out with the homies. And he said the phrase, get a little toasted, which, classic Riddle. And I think he said listen to, like, the Joe Rogan podcast or something.
Freaking, he gave us a plug on live TV.
He did. And then he goes on to say that Hurt Business don't need to be bullies. We're all the same. And MVP's like, we're not, though. Like, we're not the same.
One wears face paint, the other wears suits.
Yeah. And then Jeff Hardy kind of agrees with Riddle and is like, we're not full of pride. Like, no, we're full of pride while they're full of greed. And we fight with our faith, bro. And then they walk away, and then the segment's over. How do you feel about the pairing of Hardy and Riddle?
It's a random pairing. They need tag teams, but
they do need tag teams.
But I could see it. Like I know I want to see Riddle as a heel. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know, like I know he's funny, but like as a heel, I think he'd be funnier and like better. And I could see this tag team turning into like maybe Hardy is starting to get more influenced by Riddle. He's trying to walk away, and then Riddle just turns his back on Hardy and just beats the crap out of him. But anyway, that's later down the line. That's a WrestleMania match. Anyways,
You thinking long term? Okay.
anyways, yeah, I can see, but Hardy and Riddle are not winning the tag team titles anytime soon.
No.
Because Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, I think they're gonna hold those belts for a little bit.
Oh,
and
for
hopefully hold them on till Mania. If they can't hold them on till Mania, hopefully they lose them and then win them back at Mania.
sure. I don't know. Because, I mean, the only other credible tag team that is an actual tag team is the New Day.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you necessarily want to put the titles back on New Day.
You give them to Hardy Bros for once, just one time.
You could. That would.
Just
That would
unify
be
the SmackDown and the Raw. That's what. Who said that? Freaking
I think
Matt said that on the TLC, or Kyle, or both of them.
or both of
We're
them.
talking about. Yeah, they were talking about unifying it.
I vaguely remember that.
I just remember Matt saying, I don't even, and that's coming from me, the guy that doesn't like people switching over on brands.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds like something Matt would say.
Yeah, and I was like, that's smart. They should, they could do that at Mania too if they wanted to. Street Profits versus
whoever's the Raw tag
yeah,
teams.
yeah, or whoever's the SmackDown. Like it could be Shinsuke and Cesaro versus whoever. As long as the titles just get unified.
Yeah, I think at this point, because they're so thin on tag teams across the board, they need to unify the tag titles.
You could easily go back to the old ways where they used to do one brand drafts the tag division, the other brand drafts the women's division. I don't know how I would like it, but if you need that to have tag teams and you don't want to have teams switching over, then you could do that. Because I know that's a lot of traveling once we get back to traveling.
Yeah, whenever traveling happens.
2025, whatever.
So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with all the tag title business.
Shout out to Shelton, though, for dedicating the championship win to Chad Gaspar.
He did.
And seeing his son right after the...
Yeah, I was just going to say, he saw his son right after, which that was very touching.
Wholesome.
That's what we like to see. Wholesome content. And or kayfabe murder, but that's besides the point.
Murder.
Following the VIP lounge, we got Drew Gulak taking on the returning to action Angel Garza, who, of course, is flirting with Sarah Schreiber backstage, gives her a rose, saying, oh, well, maybe you want to interview me later under the mistletoe. Angel Garza. What a guy.
I love how we're supposed to forget that he proposed to his fiance on live TV.
That I
on NXT.
I say that
like
all
we're
the
supposed
time.
to forget that. Yeah, he won the NXT title and proposed to his fiance. We're supposed to forget that ever happened.
Yeah, I distinctly remember that because it was not soon after I joined. That's when like Angel Garza was flirting with Demi from The Bachelor and basically Charlie Caruso. He's just flirting with everyone, and I'm sitting here. I'm just like, isn't this man at least engaged? Like, did he not just propose to his girlfriend in the middle of a ring after he won the title?
Happens on NXT. I guess whatever happens on NXT doesn't matter anymore.
That's very true. They ignore.
It's the main roster.
Yeah, and I mean, poor Drew Gulak. Like, he gets buried on NXT. Actually, he's not even getting buried. He's just to elevate other talent.
Yeah, he's the Randy Orton of the of the division.
I mean, he took a loss to Jake Atlas a few weeks ago in NXT. Took the loss, to Angel Garza last night with Angel ends up hitting the wing clipper, which I love that move so much.
Oh yeah, it's freaking nice. He pulls it off so fluently, so genuine too.
It's smooth.
Like he's been performing the move forever.
He probably has. He's kind of just been chill with it the whole time. Which is the mood.
It's the move, chill move.
But what do you think we're gonna do, or they're gonna do with Angel Garza now that he's back on TV?
Probably the same thing they've been doing. Have him flirt with the main roster people. there's no title for him to go after. He goes to the United States, he's gonna get squashed.
True.
He feuds with anybody. Right now, everybody's on their unless he goes for the what's it called, the 24/7 title. But that they don't have Andrade anymore. I don't know where Andrade is gonna be. Hopefully NXT, if that's what Andrade is planning. But I think they're gonna like let him do his thing, and then they'll just like give him matches to like win, and then hopefully when everything clears up, maybe when somebody else becomes United States champion, maybe he can get the shot, or maybe he just moves to SmackDown and goes for the Intercontinental title next
Maybe.
Superstar Shakeup or something.
Which, who knows when that'll be. After that, we get a interview backstage with AJ Styles, and they basically just want to know his reaction to The Miz cashing in at TLC. And AJ's like, I'm red hot about that. Like, The Miz screwed himself out of the title, he screwed me out of the title, and he wants to know what Miz has to say for himself because AJ is the guest on MITB, which follows right after this.
Yeah.
MITB starts out with obviously Miz and Morrison talking about how he had the chance to become a two-time champ. Two-time world champ, I should specify. He failed himself and his family. And Morrison's like, well, that's not all you need to apologize for. Prompting AJ and, of course, Omos to come out. Omos immediately just wants to, like, destroy Miz and Morrison.
I think he also destroyed Miz and Morrison, but I think he has that vendetta against Morrison for some reason because he chased him around the whole building.
I mean, Morrison did hit him in the back with a chair.
Yeah, he did, but you know, it didn't phase him though. Like we saw, like the chair broke.
Yeah,
Omos was kind of there, like I'm good.
the chair
just chased him a little
exploded.
bit, just a little explosion.
Little one, it's fine.
It's fine. We're still living.
So after AJ comes out, Miz is saying that he's not usually that impulsive. AJ's telling him, well, you're the biggest idiot on earth. That was selfish, incompetent. And then Miz pops off with a fantastic promo saying how that contract was everything to him. He's been in this business 15 years. This was his chance to be champ again after 10 years. Nobody cares about him, nobody respects him, and he can't do anything about it. Like, the contract was his way to do that, and he apologizes to AJ. Like, go, I don't care if you don't watch Raw, just go watch that promo from Miz.
Go watch any Miz promo for that matter. You freaking can cut a great promo.
Like,
but that promo was fire.
It was so good. Like, Miz is so good at conveying emotions and making it real.
Yeah.
And
he has a way with his words.
I was just sitting there, I was just like, this is awesome.
Give this man a world title. Give this man this contract back.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. Miz tells AJ that they were both robbed, and as a peace offering, he shows a picture of the Marine 7 poster, and it's Miz, Omos, and a tiny little AJ Styles in the back. That prompts AJ to be like, why am I so small? Morrison is like, I'm not even on the poster, I'm your best friend, like, what is going on here?
Dude, that was hilarious.
And then this leads to a bunch of bickering between Morrison and AJ. And then Miz is like, well, technically, Morrison cashed in the Money in the Bank. Or because Omos said it. He said Morrison's the one who cashed in because Miz was laid out. So, technically, according to the Money in the Bank rules, Miz may still be Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
that would mean I get a bonus attempt. I get a bonus point for my damn predictions because I said attempt to cash in. He technically attempted to cash in.
But that was not the question. The question was, will he cash in, yes or no? There was no...
I said attempt.
That's not a point!
You're just mad because I'm gonna be above you if I get this point. Ooh, no, I'm just kidding.
It's too early for your BS, child.
But yeah, he's probably gonna get it back. Adam Pearce is gonna give him the pity party and just say, "Here's your freaking contract back."
I mean, yeah, at the end of, or like towards the end of the night, he's seen on the phone talking with someone trying to figure out how to get his contract back. But back to the Miss TV segment, Drew McIntyre ends up coming out and how he was talking to Keith Lee and Sheamus after TLC. They were having some pints, just bros hanging out. And they have a sequel to the Nightmare Before TLC called The Nightmare After TLC. And this, he's reading it off of a napkin, prompting Sheamus to come out on one side of the ring, also reading part of the napkin, and then Keith Lee coming out reading another part of the napkin. This basically leads to a brawl between all 6 men, and the segment ends with Sheamus about to hit the bro kick on Miz. AJ drop kicks Keith Lee into Sheamus, and Sheamus is all mad. Like, they start getting in each other's face, and poor Drew's gotta, like, play peacekeeper, saying, well, if the 3 of us are on the same page, like, think of what we can do. Like, we will be unstoppable. Poor Drew.
Yeah, poor Drew. He's like the soccer mommy. You just gotta fight with your siblings. Have your kids calm down while they're bickering. Separate them.
Literally, like, he's doing all he can.
Yes, he's like Kyle. He's doing the best he can.
Doing the best I can. But it's very true. Like, Drew McIntyre is basically telling Keith Lee, don't worry about him. You know what we can do. I will handle Sheamus. And we find out later how that all turns out. But before we get there, we get T-Bar of Retribution, or Dijak, taking on Ricochet, which Ricochet tries.
He tries. He doesn't deserve this.
He does his best. He kind of takes a T-Bar a little bit, gets his ass beat, ends up taking out Slapjack on the outside and Mace before eating a big boot by T-Bar. T-Bar throws him back in the ring. Ali shouting at him, "You belong with us," which prompts Ricochet to start pounding into Ali. T-Bar hits his finisher. Poor Ricochet can't get a win. Good morning, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. Morning, bro.
That prompts T-Bar to actually speak. And he said, "We are your ally. Join us or we end your existence."
That was it's kind of vague.
That's murder.
Okay. It's murder.
That's threatening murder.
It was like, I was on Twitter, and I don't know if you saw that Ricochet commented on the, what is it, Raw After Dark or something?
Like Raw Talk?
Yeah, Raw Talk. Sorry. And he was on there, and he was telling him, like, he needs to change, something needs to change, or else he's going to be every night looking at the lights every night. And then Mustafa Ali retweeted it and said, something needs to change. And like 2 days ago, Mustafa posted them all together with Ricochet wearing that black suit that he wears. And he put necessary. And then Ricochet retweeted and said, "Is it really though?" Pure comedy.
I love the back and forth between them though. But do you want Ricochet to join Retribution?
No, I don't. I really don't. I want Ricochet on SmackDown. He has potential to be in the Intercontinental title scene. Once you give your title to a big, heavy, freaking muscle guy, you're not going to be able to get your cruiserweights or your high flying guys over anything, unless you give them another title, which the cruiserweight's on NXT now, so you can't give them anything.
Touche.
Unless you put Ricochet in the cruiserweight scene and give him on NXT, but that's not. There's no point of that. Ricochet deserves to be in the main roster. He deserves to be on either the mid card or the main event scene, whatever works.
Yeah.
And he SmackDown where should have been the place to go. It's like Aleister Black. Like Aleister Black needs to be out here too. They came up together. Now look where they're at. A year ago they were getting, not a year ago, but like WrestleMania last year they were getting tag team title matches.
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet was United States champion. What the hell happened? Dropped the ball.
I definitely think that Aleister Black and Ricochet just should still be a tag team.
Yeah, that would have been a good tag team.
But no, all the stuff that happened with Zelina, everyone thinks Aleister Black's being punished for it, not putting him on TV.
We'll never see him again. He's going to leave later in his life.
Probably just going to end up leaving WWE. Which at this point, they're not doing anything with him. They were not doing anything with him before all that happened with her.
Yeah, but they're not going to release it because they release them there. We already know where all the speculation is going to go.
Yeah, all the speculation is he'll go to AEW, but he might not.
He can go to NWJP or NJWP, or he can go to ROH. He can go randomly to Impact, and we don't even know.
He could go anywhere, or he could just
stay.
He could do whatever he wants.
Retire with benefits.
So following that massacre of a match, we got Bobby Lashley and MVP taking on the Hardy Bros. Now, I missed, like, the beginning of this match. I came back to and started paying attention again when Jeff Hardy was pushed off the top turnbuckle and basically landed on the steps and then hit the ground.
He has a magnetic force to those steps, huh?
I think I might have been on the phone with Kyle at this point, and my jaw was just like, I was like, oh my god.
More murder.
I legitimately thought Jeff Hardy died. Which is not the first time.
It's not the first time. Probably won't be the last time.
Definitely not the last time.
If he's wrestling, it's never, anytime he's in the ring, it's never the last time.
No. But I know that the ending of the match, Hardy misses the Swanton, which basically leads into the Hurt Lock for the win. I mean, I'm not necessarily surprised.
No, you just won the tag team titles. The momentum's on your side. Keep the momentum.
Yeah, like
y'all are all champions.
The whole group. I forgot what they were called. The Hurt Business is on a hot streak right now. They're not gonna lose.
If they do, that's gonna cause problems.
If they do, you can blame me because I said something.
Unless it's a roll-up. If it's a roll-up win, I'll take it. But if it's a clean finish, nah, bro. Don't do that to the champs and to the gold medal winner.
They are 75% champs.
75.
But they're never going to be 100 because they're never going to put a title on MVP.
I'm telling you, they're going to give MVP something. They're going to give him the 24/7. I thought he was going to go after the 24/7 title behind him. So that way he could just have a title to hold. But I'm seeing Bobby Lashley hand off the title to MVP. Or if he gets double champion, he's going to give one to MVP and say, here.
I'm so sick of double champs.
Well, just imagine he wins it, and then like next night he's like, here, just take it. I don't need it. I have this one. And it might be the 24/7 title. We don't know.
No, I am 100% over double champs. Like, we've had so many this year alone.
It used to be rare. I remember.
Yeah. We've had Becky, Sasha, Bayley, now Asuka.
Probably going to get Charlotte, because Charlotte's probably going to
for a hot sec. Keith Lee was double champ for 1 week, and then he said, I don't need both titles. Shout out to Keith Lee.
Shout out to Keith Lee, man.
Double champs
it's amazing.
Double champs just pissed me off at this point because they weren't even doing anything with Asuka, and now you just have her booked into a smaller corner.
Well, they do need tag teams for the women's thing, but they just need to move the titles. They need to have Asuka and I don't think they're gonna. They need to have Asuka and Charlotte go to different brands
because they're going to SmackDown. this week
Okay.
to defend the titles, which is probably going to be against Riot Squad if I had to take a guess.
Hell yeah. Will they win? Hell no.
No, but it'll be a great match.
They're saving Charlotte's heel turn for either Royal Rumble or the Raw after Royal Rumble or something. But it's gonna. It's easy. It's easy. Wrestling or WWE these days are so predictable. As soon as Charlotte came out, we all knew what the heck's gonna happen.
Yeah, which she comes back and immediately becomes champ. I'm pretty sure I bitched about it on the recap.
I called it, and nobody wanted to help. Nobody wanted to say it was gonna happen. Everybody was like Mandy Rose. I was like, no.
But Mandy Rose made sense.
Yeah, but her partner's not hurt. Her partner's healthy. You think Dana's gonna say, "Yeah, go be tag team champs without me"?
Possibly.
Dana just turns heel. Everybody's gonna turn heel these days, man.
I don't know what's gonna happen with this women's division. All I know is that I'm sick of Charlotte being a champion, and I'm sick of double champs. But it's fine.
Go to the Performance Center and you can fight Charlotte.
She would ruin my life. No. So following Bobby Lashley and MVP, we're just gonna go back to the recap. Elias and Jackson Riker are just in the ring. Music, Elias saying his music changes lives. Just look at Jackson Riker. Which, it did not. But okay. Prompting Lucha House Party to come out because Jackson Riker has a match with Grand Metalik. Elias is just sitting on the turnbuckle, playing a guitar, singing a song while the match is happening.
Oh
yeah. Grand Metalik ends up hitting like a Hurricane Rana on Elias, knocks him off, and Jackson Riker hits like a sit-down powerbomb or something. I don't remember what they actually said it was. And it was a squash match. That's literally
it's called the choke bomb.
What?
The choke bomb.
That's what he hit. Thank you.
You're welcome. Out of board pro wrestling everything. On the Instagram. he put the choke bomb. I was like, oh cool.
It was something. But it was a squash match. Yeah, because, having Jackson Riker, who's racist and a piece of garbage, beating a luchador, makes sense.
Yeah, makes it.
Yeah.
Now it's the same. Yeah. I don't care about Jackson Riker. I really don't. He's on the TV. I literally turned off the TV. I said, I don't care.
Well, the downfall of having to do a recap is you have to watch the whole show.
Oh, I just turned it off when he was there, and I knew I was gonna get covered by something. Hopefully, it was gonna be either you, because I knew you're gonna watch it. So I was like, okay, we're good.
I always do. Even if I don't have to take notes, I'm still watching all of the wrestling.
Hell yeah, because that's what a great person does. A great host and a great host.
Thank you.
Putting you over. I'm putting you over.
You really are, which thank you. You do not have to, but thank you.
You put yourself over. You're good.
Randy Orton's promo. So this is where things get
interesting.
This is where things get interesting. This is where I started to really like and appreciate Raw. So obviously Randy murdered and set the Fiend on fire on Sunday. Like we all saw it. Yeah. We all saw it happen.
We all saw.
Randy saying he's been called many different things in his life. Sick, demented. He rattles off a few other things. And he said, well, I am all of those things. Especially because I set the Fiend on fire. And he enjoyed every second.
Oh, he did.
Real quick, we talk about all the time how Roman Reigns is a serial killer because he's whispering in his matches. He's very methodical. If Roman is a serial killer, so is Randy Orton.
Freaking Randy Orton's a mass killer because he's about to kill Alexa Bliss.
All right. So while he's standing in the ring, minding his own business, he's spewing this. It's creepy, and I like creepy things, but this was like, I am uncomfortable. He's saying if he closes his eyes, he could see the Fiend's body on fire.
Going to the exact same spot he burned him.
Yeah, kneel down. He closes his eyes, he can smell the rotting burning flesh of the Fiend. Which... What?
Why? Well, I guess that's what a freaking great promo person like Randy Orton is, a great speaker, like the way he is. I guess that's the way it's supposed to make you feel.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely creeped out, that's for sure.
Oh, I think everybody is.
He said, well, the voices are finally gone. The only sound in his head now is the Fiend gasping for his last breath. Again, you're gonna look at me and tell me this man is not a serial killer. Cause what the hell?
I had said in the chat, I said, one day there's going to be a psychopath in this world, and he's going to say, Randy Orton caused this.
It's very possible. I mean, things...
I watched Orton burn the Fiend alive. I'm a psychopath.
Stranger things have caused or bred psychopaths. I wouldn't really be surprised at this point. Randy said, I'm the evil son of a bitch who finally took out the Fiend. And the lights go out. Randy gets out of the ring and he's all scared. And the lights come back on. And Alexa Bliss is just minding her own business, swinging on a playset. There's a little rocking horse. I love creepy Fiend Alexa Bliss so much. It's not okay.
Oh, hell, it's way better than where she was a year ago with Nikki Cross. She's doing something actually storytelling.
Well, yeah. She tells Randy, welcome to Alexa's playground. The Fiend isn't she says he's not here right now. She starts saying, well, he could be on the beach. Hope he doesn't get sunburned. He could be at his favorite restaurant eating barbecue. Like, just little play on words indicating that the Fiend literally was burned alive.
Burned to death.
And she also stands where his body was and is saying, well, he's probably he's like seeped into the ring. He's seeped beneath the earth. He's home. And if he ever comes back, it'll be like nothing you've ever seen before. And at this point, she's in Randy's face. Well, as much as you can be in Randy's face with being 5 foot.
Hey, you're in his chest.
You're staring up at him aggressively with creepy contacts in your face.
Dilated. Her pupil just went.
They're creepy contacts. Ugh. I love Alexa Bliss though.
Oh, dude, she's freaking. She's what the Fiend needed. She's what the Fiend needed. The Fiend needed somebody to come be on his side.
And this also gives the Fiend time off.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember who in the our group chat was saying that there was possibilities of him getting like a character development or something, like maybe like a wardrobe change or something. I think it was Reek.
That could be possible. He's gonna come back with a different mask or a different colored mask. Or
different something, yeah.
Yeah.
When do you think is the right time to bring back the Fiend?
Royal Rumble.
See, I think that's too soon.
Or, well, what they could do at Royal Rumble is if they're going to continue this Orton storyline, which I doubt, because I think they're saying they're getting ready for Edge, right? Him and Edge or something.
I think so.
Oh, well, if they wanted to continue this storyline, they could have the Fiend like appear at the Royal Rumble, and if the lights go out, everybody's gone. Everybody that was in the ring is just gone. And he just eliminates Orton, or just takes out Orton.
I think, if anything, just have him return the Raw after Rumble.
Or the Raw after WrestleMania, if they're going to do it that long.
Yeah, or if they're going to keep him off TV that long, Raw after WrestleMania, 100%.
I'm cool with Raw after WrestleMania, because it's like with the more we see of the Fiend, the more he's just going to become a bland character.
And at this point, you have Alexa Bliss to hold it down as
she's
the Fiend.
Let her go against freaking Oscar for the title.
Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. Book it.
I thought Randy was gonna get burned, and I thought something was gonna like they were gonna pour gasoline or something on him, and he was just gonna. Now that's a sight to see.
Jesus.
You can't tell me that after what he did to the Fiend, that wouldn't have been a good story thing. Just like the lights go out, and then lights come back on, and he's like doused in gasoline.
That would be
and
terrifying.
then you see Alexa Bliss just smiling right there at the apron, just smiling, chuckling.
That's something literally out of a horror movie.
Hey, call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with the Fiend, though?
I think legitimately he'll be off TV until at least Raw after Rumble. Because that's a month. It gives him a month off. Figure out what they're doing. If they save him until after WrestleMania, it's at least 3-4 months. And that way you give Alexa time to figure out what she's doing with her character. With this Fiend character of hers. And you're giving the Fiend more of this, like, mystique, and you're constantly wondering, wait, this man was burned alive. He's really gonna come back. When is he gonna come back? How is he gonna come back? It makes you think, and it's gonna make you tune in every week.
Yeah, it makes you have, like, Undertaker WrestleMania feels. Like, when the Royal Rumble would happen, you knew Undertaker was coming one of these Mondays.
Exactly.
So it's going to give you those kind of vibes where, like, when is he coming back? Who's his next opponent?
So that's what I think they should do. Will they do it? Probably not. But
he'll probably come back next week out of nowhere.
If he ends up coming back next week, that's going to be ridiculous.
That's going to be a bust.
That's going to be awful. Like, don't do it.
Something else. Alexa Bliss hold it down.
Something else they shouldn't have done. Broke up the frickin' Iconics, because now here we have Peyton Royce teaming with Lacey Evans. But for why? Taking on Charlotte and Asuka. It irritates me. Because the Iconics, no reason to break up. They had no reason.
They were the only tag team. They were the only tag team.
One of the only 2 tag teams.
Well, the Riot Squad weren't even together before the Iconics were there.
Well, I mean, Bayley and Sasha were a tag team at that point.
Oh, I forgot about Bayley and Sasha. I forgot. Oh my god.
So that's why I'm saying 2. They were one of 2 tag teams. And you split up the Iconics, you put them on different brands, and now you just have them teaming with other people. Why?
Well, technically, Billie Kay is not on different brands. She's a free agent.
No, she's on SmackDown. She was drafted to SmackDown.
What the heck? I thought I saw her on Raw one time.
No.
I guess that was the draft Raw that she was around.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's been like 100% drafted to SmackDown.
Wow.
But regardless, we have a tag match happen. Peyton and Lacey do pretty good until they end up not being on the same page. Start tagging themselves in, ruining each other's momentum, ruining their moments. We see Nia and Shayna watching backstage. Typical stuff in WWE. Charlotte ends up getting the hot tag. Peyton gives Charlotte a little bit of hell. She tries her best, but unfortunately, Peyton taps to the figure 8. Nobody is surprised that Charlotte ends up picking up the win.
A constant revolving door.
Yeah.
If Charlotte's in the match, she's going to get the pin or the submit. So yeah. It's just like, it's normal.
Yeah.
Asuka looks so happy. She's just there holding 2 titles.
Yeah, Asuka's just so happy to, like, have another friend because Kyrie's gone. Now she has Charlotte, who's gonna turn her back on her because Charlotte's Charlotte, and she's the only one who can have the spotlight. I can't wait for Matt to watch this or listen to this and just be mad that I'm hating on Charlotte the whole time.
Charlotte's cool, man. It's just that they need to take her away from the title scene. But what else can you put her with? That's all they show on the brands is the title scene. They don't show anything happening besides the title scene, which is not bad. I understand.
I mean, it's not bad,
But-
but it's a 3-hour show. You're telling me you can't focus on something else other than the titles?
You can't have a women's match without a title.
I mean, they did earlier.
Oh yeah, but that was
But-
to see who can get a chance for a title, or not to like that was just to see who can get momentum towards the title.
Exactly. There was title implications in mind.
Yeah,
So now we
something different.
get to the main event.
Hell yeah,
The 6-man tag holiday street fight,
street fight.
which how you can have a street fight and tag team rules at the same time, I don't know.
I thought it was gonna be tornado, like a tornado tag. Where
I didn't think it was
going
going to be a tag. I didn't think it was going to be like a quote unquote tag match. I thought it was just going to be like
for a free for all brawl.
3-3, go to town, ruin the Thunderdome. No. Keith Lee, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre taking on AJ, Miz, and Morrison. Obviously, the focus while McIntyre's in the ring is his knee, which was the focus of AJ the entirety of TLC, like their match. We saw some great teamwork by Keith Lee and Sheamus, who Sheamus was, a little hesitant towards the beginning of the night.
Yeah.
But then they have some playful slaps. They're like, oh, good job. And then Keith Lee just ends up hitting the friggin' bear chop on Sheamus, and that prompts Drew to come in, and he's like, hey. None of that.
Calm yourself.
Drew, again, trying his best to be peacekeeper. They go to a commercial. They come back. All three men are on the same page again. We see Drew and Sheamus both do the 10 beats on Miz and Morrison. They push Miz and Morrison into Keith Lee, who's standing on the floor. Keith Lee, of course, sends them into stacks of presents. Because, again, this is a street fight,
Yeah.
In case you weren't aware.
It didn't seem like it in the beginning, but
No.
it's a street fight.
Because it had tag team rules.
Yeah. As soon as I saw him go to the apron, I said, huh? What is this?
Yeah, So, following Miz and Morrison getting thrown into presents, that's when we see more of the street fight feel. Sheamus gets shoved off the top turnbuckle, face first into a table.
Oh, Sheamus ate that table.
He
ate it.
He ate it. He was swallowing splinters at that point. Like, he ate the table.
That's crazy.
Then we see AJ, Miz, and Morrison isolate Sheamus since he just went through a table. McIntyre ends up getting the hot tag. There's some candy cane kendo stick action happening on Drew. AJ, of course, being the one to do that, focusing on his knee.
He swung it. He swung that motherfucker.
He was
towards
swinging for the fences. This prompts McIntyre to basically throw AJ into through the table. The one, of course, with eggnog. So AJ's hair is now covered in eggnog, which is, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
On the opposite side of the ring, we see Morrison and Sheamus in the ring, and Morrison ends up in the arms of Omos.
Oh, I knew so. I was like, uh-oh.
And of
Can't run
course,
him out.
Morrison hit Omos with a chair on Sunday. Omos is just holding Morrison basically like a child and just drops him through a table.
Why? Just because. Just because
he can. He's a monster. He's almost. So back in the ring, Miz is the only person basically left on his team. Sheamus is going for a bro kick. Keith Lee tags himself in, hits a spirit bomb. Drew, Keith Lee, Sheamus, they win. They're all like, whatever. They're all happy. And then just Sheamus bro kicks Keith Lee. And Drew.
That's F it.
And Drew's just like, what are you doing? I told him he could trust us. And Drew looks visibly upset. So now we're kind of starting to see the cracks in the friendship of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking there's going to be I'm hoping a triple threat match at WrestleMania. But I think they're going to do Sheamus versus Keith Lee, #1 contenders match
They could.
for the next feud. And it'll probably be Sheamus that'll go to Royal Rumble. Because I think they want, like we've been saying, they want Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania.
Well, they want Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, and Brock Lesnar for Mania.
Oh, I forgot about Brock.
I try to forget about Brock, but he just keeps coming back and just makes my life difficult.
He makes my life amazing. I like Brock. Not when he's winning titles, but when he was like beating the crap out of John Cena at Extreme Rules and Triple H and all that.
I mean, I don't know. That's a different conversation for a different day. That was the Raw recap. Thank you guys for watching.
Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Baby J, for stepping up and helping me. Much appreciated. Where can the people find you, sir?
They can find me at LoyaltyJTTV on Twitter. I think I'm gonna turn into a TMZ kind of thing for wrestling now. I think that's the route we're going. So, and I stream a little bit, and I have my own podcast. You can check that out if y'all want to. Champions of the Culture podcast.
There you go.
Where can they find you though? That's the important part.
You can find me on Twitter at Katie Wrasslin. That's WRASSLIN 13. It's the morning. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm just gonna laugh with you.
It's fine. You don't even have to follow me on Twitter. Just follow the show at SmackRawPod on Twitter.
Subscribe to this YouTube. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Exactly. What the kid said. Subscribe to the YouTube.
I
Subscribe
did
to the
it.
Patreon.
You do it.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
If a child can do it, then y'all can do it.
If Baby J TMZ News can do it, anybody can do it.
Sure. Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. Again, stay tuned for Wednesday night will be the NXT recap. NXT will be live on Wednesday.
Katie Baby will be there.
I will be there, hosting.
Hell yeah.
That's what I do.
And who will be her co-host? We don't know.
More than likely Kev and RN. I talked to them the other day. So it should be the three of us.
We're going to start putting subject to change at the bottom of everything.
I should just stop saying who I'm doing shows with or who's doing the next show because I'm literally wrong every time.
Is it the Katie curse?
It might be the Katie curse. I might be cursed now at this point. But again, thank you guys. If this is the last time you watch a podcast this week, have a happy holiday.
Oh yeah.
And enjoy time with your families. And we will see you all later. Bye.
Peace.